Isn't it amazing how the three most notable philosophers of the ancient Greece all were students or teachers of one another? The three philosophers I'm talking about are, of course, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. But who are they, and how did they know each other? Socrates was born in Athens in either 470 or 469 BC. He is the inventor of the Socratic method, which argues through conversation. An example of this is in Plato's Theaetetus, where Socrates asks, what evidence could be appealed to, supposing we were asked at this very moment whether we are asleep or awake? To which Socrates' friend Theaetetus responds, indeed, Socrates, I do not see by what evidence it is to be proved, for the two conditions correspond in every circumstance, like exact counterparts. And as you can see, the argumentation here isn't empirical, but still in many ways persuasive. Socrates' philosophy was mainly focused on ethical questions and the pursuit of virtues. He famously said, the unexamined life is not worth living. But unfortunately, Socrates didn't write any of his philosophy down himself. Most was actually written down after his death by one of his most devoted students, Plato. Plato was born in 427 BC, and as a young man, Plato met Socrates, whose philosophy and dialogue impressed Plato so much that he decided to dedicate his life to understanding a deeper meaning. Plato wrote many philosophical dialogues using the Socratic method, in which Socrates is often featured as the main character. Plato expanded on Socrates' ideas and developed his theory of forms, providing a more systematic and metaphysical framework of his dualistic reality, separating the world of forms from the material world. For instance, this means that all humans are just copies of the idea human, and the same goes for dogs, who are just copies of the idea dog, and for a tree, who is just a copy of the idea tree. Later in his life, Plato founded his own academy in Athens, where he had some very notable students, including none other than Aristotle. Aristotle was born in 384 BC, and at the age of 17 or 18, he joined Plato's academy in Athens, which he remained at for 20 years. Although Aristotle studied under Plato for about 20 years, he eventually diverged from Plato's ideas and developed his own distinct philosophical systems. And while influenced by Plato, Aristotle ultimately critiqued and rejected Plato's theory of forms. This is why Socrates and Plato, who is on the left of the painting, is often pictured pointing up, symbolizing the metaphysical world, whereas Aristotle, who is on the right of the picture, is often pictured pointing down, symbolizing the physical world. Aristotle focused on the idea of virtues as finding the doctrine of the mean, meaning that you need to find a middle way between deficiency and excess. For example, if you find the middle way between cowardice and recklessness, you would have courage. If you find the middle way between insensibility and self-indulgence, you will have temperance. And if you find the middle way between stinginess and extravagance, you will have generosity. Aristotle also became a tutor of the military genius Alexander the Great, and after his tutorship ended, he eventually also founded his own school in Athens called Lyceum. Together, Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle form a foundational triad in Western philosophy, each building upon and responding to the ideas of their predecessors. All three will definitely be mentioned numerous times on this channel. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to leave your ideas for future videos in the comments, and please like and subscribe.